Good morning, General. I must say it's very nice to have an opportunity to spend some time with you.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, you travel a lot.
We do.
And often we're passing like ships in the night.
Yeah, but it's good to be together today.
Absolutely. And it's an opportunity for us to just celebrate a little bit because I'm recognising the fact that we've been together now a year.
1 year.
Thanks
for your support and your leadership role as the Chief of the Staff.
It's been a privilege to serve, and congratulations on surviving your first year. What about an opportunity to reflect on that a little bit? What's surprised you the most?
I think every time we travel and embrace the International Salvation Army, we are surprised by things we just didn't know about. Innovative expressions of the Army.
Yeah.
Always surprised and inspired by our young people
Yeah.
and millennials in a
Yes.
day in which we're concerned about that particular group. And seeing them at the front line of mission wherever we go.
Yeah, it's a wonderful thing, isn't it? What's encouraged you the most as you reflect on this first year?
I think the things that have encouraged us the most are in the context of what is really important to the Army, and that is our belief in saving the lost, of taking the message of the gospel to diverse realities of people, whether it's ethnicity or people at different stages in their lives, and discovering that God is still at the center of what the Army is and does.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Anything else?
I think I've seen that the Army exists in a world that's not perfect. Matter of fact, there are aspects of the world that are very broken, whether it's economics or difficulties with political settings in which we are. And it's here that the Army is serving, is finding its place and demonstrating a resilience that just shocks me every day.
Yeah. Often when you're in the first year of a new role, there's a lot of learning, there's a lot of observation, there's a lot of reflecting as you sort of settle into it. But as you are now getting ready to embrace year two, what's on your heart? Having seen what you've seen, having listened, having heard.
Chief, I think if I reflect on what I've seen in the past year, it's a growing awareness that almost half, or at least half of our membership are being Salvationists in countries where it's not easy to be a follower of Jesus Christ. We're living in an age when Christian persecution is very real. I'm concerned for the safety, well-being of our Salvation Army, and that's a concern that exists in places where countries are not particularly helpful. And so I'm asking Salvationists to pray for the Salvation Army. Things are not great everywhere.
Yeah, certainly needs our prayers.
Yes.
The backdrop actually is a reminder to me of your call to mission, which has gone out around the Army world and I think is being embraced pretty positively, actually. Do you care to comment on your call to mission?
Well, I think every territory and command has strategies and priorities and themes that they're really pronouncing as important. This is not meant to replace any of these things. This is meant to be an umbrella over which the Army shelters itself, and it calls us to mission. It's asking the Army to be ready in this 21st century. Certainly asking the Army to engage in mission.
Sure.
And I believe at the end of the day, the Army has certain responsibilities that we can't ignore. So the final bullet is take responsibility.
Yeah.
Get on with the job.
Yeah. Which is exactly what you're going to do as you head into year two.
Yes.
Got any final comments that you want to offer us today?
Well, if I were to speak to Salvationists who might be watching us today, I'd say to them, we really need you to be a part of the best army that has ever existed. I believe we are living in times of plenty. The Army is well resourced. The Army is well structured. The Army is well staffed. But none of these things will make any difference unless in our hearts there's a revival that comes through prayer and through the application of holy living and then being engaged in the mission of God in the world. For the sake of the gospel, we go forth to share the good news of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And that's about our mission, the very heart of who we are.
General, on behalf of Salvationists, we thank God for you and we thank God for Commissioner Rosalie. We believe that you are where you're meant to be for this time in the Army's story, and we pray God's blessing on you and Commissioner Rosalie as you continue to give leadership to this international army. And we also pray God's blessing on the army and the footprint that it has around the world, and faithful salvationists and soldiers and volunteers who are giving themselves to this task passionately and enthusiastically. And I think that we can believe together for even greater things in the year to come. God bless you.
Thank you.